If you're an e-commerce brand founder and you're thinking of changing vendors, or you're thinking of starting SMS marketing and you don't know what platform to choose, in this video, I'm going to help you decide what platform is best. I'm going to give a recommendation, and by the end of the video, you'll be able to pick between the main players which one is best for you. Stay tuned. So let's evaluate, right? Now, what should you consider when choosing a specific platform, right? I would urge you to look at all of the integrations, right? You want to be able to make sure that whatever you're working with, it can integrate with all of your tech stack, right? Then the ability to split test, which is really, really important, because you want to be able to optimize, right? And not just set it and forget it, right? Then attribution. You want to be able to have an accurate view of your ROI. Then customer support and ease of use. Customer support is always really important. For those of us coming from Facebook, this is very important. And also whether you can create conversational flows. So we are going to put all these platforms head to head, and then you can decide which one at the end of the day is best for you. Now, it all depends on what you want, at what stage you are, and how big your list is, right? So let's start with Attentive. Now, Attentive is really great for enterprise brands, right? This was built for a ton of industries, not just e-commerce, events, B2B, service industries, right? And they work with bigger brands such as Sephora, Coach, right? So they serve different industries, right? The really great thing about Attentive is it has really, really stellar compliance, right? So that is important because you want to make sure that you are protected. In fact, they have an in-house legal team to help you with all of this, right? And they have conversational flows, which is great. And they have really cool integrations as well. The only thing is that they have a 30-day attribution window, which can lead to inaccurate reporting of ROI, right? So you don't have the ability to see, okay, is this really how much SMS brought in? And then they have A/B testing, and their customer support is really, really great. Now let's go over to Postscript. Postscript is fundamentally for Shopify brands. That is why it was built. And that's why it's so popular amongst D2C brands, right? Next to Attentive. It is made for small to medium-sized brands, and by far it has the strongest integration, right? You can also pull historical data that will unlock advanced segmentations, right? So the only thing is that it doesn't have conversational flows, which I think is very important because you want to be able to really create a personalized experience for your customers and pull that data not only from Postscript, but cross-channel, right? To your TikTok, to your Facebook. So its integration, like I said, it has the strongest Shopify integration. It has Zendesk, Recharge, Okendo, Klaviyo, Privy, Carthook, Gorgeous, everything that you can think of that you need. Postscript has it, and their ability to innovate has been so quick. Like every time I get in, they have something new. They have a really new feature. So that's really what I like about Postscript. Attribution is super, super accurate. It has a 1-day view, 7-day click. They have the ability to A/B test, and customer service or customer support is also really, really great. Then we have SMS Bump. So it's really great if you are using Yotpo, right? And this is really great for small to medium-sized brands, just like Postscript. It is by far the cheapest out of all of them. I think next to Klaviyo, it is the cheapest. But it doesn't have conversational flows also, right? I would definitely say that it has to improve on their integrations and their customer support. Now, they will also work with CBD brands. This is specifically for SMS, right? They don't have email, nothing. SMS is their main thing, which is great. But like I said, I would definitely they're definitely not my number one in terms of recommendations, right? The really cool thing that they also have is that they have a dynamic abandoned cart message, which shows the customer the exact image, the exact product that they click on, which is really, really great, right, for conversions. Then we go over to Klaviyo. Now, Klaviyo is a beast on its own, right, when it comes to email. But since they only added SMS recently, they still have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to SMS. And it's not my recommendation. It's definitely not my first recommendation when it comes to SMS. It's definitely down below SMS Bump even, right? So yeah, if you're just starting out and you just want to dabble a bit with SMS, Klaviyo is where you can go, right? And it makes it so much easier because you can have your email and your SMS in one place. And in terms of analytics, Klaviyo is a beast, right? So if you have both of that analytics in one place, you can easily send it cross-channel to all your paid ads and all of that. So that's really, really a plus. I think, in my opinion, if Klaviyo really gets to the level of Attentive or Emotive in terms of its SMS, oh my God, it's going to crush all of its competition. Trust me. Yeah, so they don't have some customer support tools like Zendesk, although it has Zoho and Help Scout. So yeah, they also have dynamic images which show the exact product, just like SMS Bump, right? Viewed for your add to cart or post purchase, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go on to the pricing. If pricing is something that is that you want to consider, then these are the pricings of the different platforms. SMS Bump being definitely the cheapest, but the cheapest is always, in my case, is never the best, right? So you're looking for something that really has a good ROI. I would definitely say Attentive is number one, Postscript, and then maybe SMS Bump, and then Klaviyo being last, right? Yeah, that's my recommendation. But a lot of the times, like with clients, when I'm working with them, I just come in and use a platform that they're already working with. If it's a really bad experience, then I'll advise them to move. But if they're already working with, let's say, SMS Bump, I'm not going to, have a campaign for them to move to Attentive. So it really depends on where you are in your journey. As I said, not all of them cater for small brands, small to medium-sized brands. Like Attentive is really for enterprise brands, right? Postscript and SMS is for smaller brands, right? Small to medium-sized brands. I know Postscript has a ton of D2C brands on it, and big names, right? So Klaviyo is for when you're probably not comfortable, you just want to dabble a bit in SMS and get a feel for it. You're not ready to dive deep in it. Start with Klaviyo. If you're already hosting your email there, start with Klaviyo. Maybe SMS Bump. But if you're serious about it, definitely move on to the big guys, which is Attentive and Postscript, right? But yeah, that is it in terms of platforms. Like I said, my favorite out of all of these would definitely be Attentive. Looking at it holistically, integrations, personalization, segmentation, the ability to A/B test, compliance, just holistically, Attentive would be number one. Postscript number two. Postscript is made for Shopify brands, right? You can't go any more than that, right? And as we're speaking right now, they might have had their flow, but I just checked right now, they don't. But they're improving as it goes. So definitely these two are runner-ups, right? And then Emotive also. So yeah, that is basically it. Subscribe for more SMS marketing content. Yeah, that's it.